From outright denying the existence of his spin-off series to now basically leaking it himself, Kit has been acting pretty interestingly regarding his future ventures in the world of Thrones. But his recent appearance at the Jimmy Fallon show has fans absolutely confused. When appearing at the late night show recently, the actor revealed some pretty noteworthy things about his potential spin-off series. When Fallon brought it up, stating that there were rumors about a show starring him in the works, Harrington didn't really give a straight answer. Instead, he just coyly asked the host if he'd like to have a show like that. Fallon, of course, replied that he'd love to see it, and fans of Game of Thrones would probably be super excited too. The Eternals actor, of course, didn't give anything away, but he smartly answered that he can't say anything about all that. Kit stated that he doesn't get recognized as much nowadays, and it's starting to hurt his ego. So it's definitely possible that he may just start working on a spin-off. I don't know about y'all, but this seems like a straight-up leak.
We're here to say goodbye to our brothers and sisters, to our fathers and mothers who set aside their differences to fight together.
Actors don't talk so freely about projects that aren't absolutely confirmed, and the fact that Kit is pretty much joking at the existence of the series is about as much proof as fans are going to get about its existence. But that's not all. George R.R. Martin himself confirmed that a show based on Snow's past was in the works. Back in June 2022, the author of the hit fantasy novel series that Game of Thrones is based on mentioned on his website that there was indeed a Jon Snow show in development. This was the first time when fans got some solid proof of the series, whereas before it was just rumors and speculation. Still, the fate of the future was still a bit uncertain recently, especially with HBO canceling tons of Game of Thrones spin-offs lately. Fans were wondering if that meant that even the Jon Snow show would get the bullet. But from the looks of it, the show is still very much on the menu, which is definitely a great thing for fans. I'll be honest, HBO was going a little crazy with all their GOT spin-offs. They had an animated show in the works, a show about the sea snake, a series about Princess Nymeria, and I'm sure there were more. Point being, that's too much. So it's good that they're taking the time to really narrow down what deserves to get made and what doesn't. It's good to see Kit's show manage to make the cut, especially because he seems very passionate about it. It's understandable if you're wary of this series being just another cash grab by HBO, but that's not the case with the Snow series. This series was not initiated by HBO, but by Kit Harrington himself. George R.R. Martin even confirmed on his website that the series is very much Kit's idea, and he brought his own team and crew to pitch it to the network, who were ultimately on board.
Owes them a debt that can never be repaid. It is our duty and our honor to keep them alive in memory for those who come after us.
Although Martin didn't specify the writers and showrunners involved in the series, I can trust that they are all excellent, given that Kit himself assembled the team. And with Martin's seal of approval, I have high hopes for the series. It's exciting to see Kit return to his beloved and iconic role in the series. He had a difficult time after the conclusion of Game of Thrones, not only due to the end of his long-standing role in the series, but also due to fan discontent with the series ending. Through this spin-off, I hope that Kit can bring some redemptions to his character. Fans have demonstrated, with the success of the House of the Dragon series, that they are willing to let past grievances go if the content is good. This bodes well for the Snow series, and I can't wait to see what it has in store for fans. So I'm sure there's just one question on everyone's mind, and that's just when this series is coming out. Well, yet there's no official announcement from HBO about the release date for the Jon Snow series. This isn't unexpected, since the show appears to be in the early stages of development. Although HBO has been tight-lipped about the details, fans can still speculate on when the series might be released.
A fitting reward for a hero.
No, not in one go.
Go on, I believe in you.
We have to celebrate our victory.
Vomiting is not celebrated.
It's safe to say that with the second season of House of the Dragon set to air sometime in 2024, the release of the Jon Snow spin-off would be even later. Based on current predictions, it's possible that the show could air in 2025, given that there are no unexpected delays or production setbacks. Usually, I'd say that there's enough GOT content coming your way to keep you busy, but HBO seems to have axed a ton of projects, like I previously said, so you may just have to endure the long night this time. As far as the Jon Snow show is concerned, the writers are probably just putting together their scripts, and in the best case scenario, the structures for the episodes might be taking shape. But overall, fans are still a ways away from seeing Jon traveling across wintry environments again. So the show is called Snow, so he's definitely going to make an appearance. But who else could fans expect to see in the series? Well, surprise, surprise, like many other details about the show, currently the only confirmed cast member for the Snow spin-off series is Kit Harrington.
To befriend an enemy and get murdered for it. Most people get bloody murdered. Not this one.
I didn't have much say in that.
Ah, it comes back.
No other Game of Thrones actors have been confirmed to be joining the project yet, and in fact, some have even denied their involvement, such as Emilia Clarke, who said she wouldn't return as Daenerys. But she did also say never, which has caused fans to go crazy with theories about how her character could return. While the story is centered on Jon Snow, it's possible fans may see cameos from other Stark siblings, such as Arya, Sansa, and Bran. Bran's three-eyed raven abilities could also be utilized to show his connection with Jon, even though they're likely to be miles apart in the series. Jacob Anderson, who played Grey Worm, was asked if he'd return, but he said he would only come back to kill Jon, which seems unlikely. I mean, why would the main character get killed by some literal nobody? It's possible other beloved characters could also make an appearance in the series. Finally, Kit didn't have to leak what the show will be about, because fans already know some details about its plot. With the Night King defeated and Dany dead, it's hard to imagine a Game of Thrones sequel being needed. But the reason why Snow is being made is because it's focusing entirely on Jon. More specifically, it's going to dive into his mental state after Game of Thrones. It's said that Jon isn't exactly having the best time, and the fact that he killed Dany still continues to torment him a lot. The series is going to tackle his mental health, while seemingly providing the character some form of closure. Many fans felt like his ending in the show just wasn't that great. And by many fans, I mean me. Let's face it, the Game of Thrones ending butchered just about everyone's character arcs. But Jon not getting to fulfill the prince that was promised prophecy was arguably the worst butchering ever. That was literally what everything was building up to. So it's possible that the series may be able to fix this flaw and give Snow the ending he so rightfully deserves. Anyway, what are your thoughts on Kit essentially leaking his own Game of Thrones spin-off series? See you in the next one.
If he could have chosen a way to die, it would have been protecting you.
He loved me. Tonight I did for a while, and then I saw them gathered around you.